everyone. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to incorporate some mobilization work and stretching into the workout, so hopefully it's a little different and you find it worthwhile. Anyway, we're also going to spend a lot of time on our knees. So if you have a cushion, a pillow, or maybe a sweatshirt or a folded blanket that you can use to cushion the knee, then go ahead and grab it and come on back and we'll get started. Let's get started. Cross your arms, take a deep inhale and exhale. Separate your feet about hip distance, outer edges of the feet parallel. Inhale, then take your hands, place them together, firmly press them. So you separate your fingertips, bring your hands down to heart center, thumbs pointing toward your heart, and inhale, open up. Release your arms. We're going to do that 2 more times. Another big breath. Inhale. Hands together. Go ahead and press. Drop your shoulders down as you draw your arms together. Nice and slow with resistance. And take it back up. And lower back down. 1 more time. Inhale. Hands together more firmly. Press them together. Get your shoulders upper back to fire as you bring your arms down. Heart center here. And hold. Good. Release. Soften your hands, just settle your feet. Feel grounded, nice prayer position. Taking some nice deep breaths. And go ahead and relax. Shake out your arms, take your legs into a straddle. Toes are turned out slightly, knees tracking above your feet. Nice neutral spine. Take a breath, inhale. And take it down, bending to your knees. Okay, starting to build some heat. Knees track above your feet, nice and upright through your spine. Let's go again, down and inhale. And 1 more down and inhale. Hold here, left arm down, right arm reaches up. Draw that right shoulder down and reach other side. Feel the extension to the side and reach. Keep a knee bend, so building some heat in the legs. Quieten your hips. And left, right arm, left arm. Reach and hold. Okay, take your shoulders and circle them around. Place your fingertips on your shoulders. Big circles. Let's go in the opposite direction, circling around. Good. Okay, then you're going to take your right arm. You're going to lead with your thumb, reach back, and then rotate counterclockwise as you lead with your pinky fingers, and then keep rotating back around. Okay, so really opening up to that shoulder. If you feel any short pain, then I want you to back off. If you've had any kind of impingement, shoulder impingement, rotator cuff issues, then back off. Maybe take a little breather, or you can make the movements a little further away from your body. Okay, good. And then go on the opposite side, left arm. You're gonna reach, lead with your pinkies. Keep rotating clockwise this time. And then lead with your thumb, rotate, opening up to that shoulder. And 1 more time. Left arm, sorry. And rotate, coming back around. Should feel really good as you take it back down. Just release through your shoulders, hips. Okay, take your head to your right shoulder. Here, maybe a little nod. Press that left shoulder down. A little nod. Then angle your chin down and up to the ceiling. And down and up to the ceiling. Feeling the stretch in the side. And over to the left shoulder. Press the palm of the right hand down. Angle your chin down, feel the stretch, should feel good, and up to the ceiling, and again down, and up to the ceiling, 1 more time, down, and up to the ceiling here, good. Bring your feet together a little bit, and take your hips now, and you're just going to rotate. You want to keep a nice soft knee, knees soft, as you rotate around. Try and keep your spine in neutral. Ooh, hips side to side, get an outer thigh stretch as well, good. And then reverse the direction of the circles. Should feel really good. Try not to lock those knees out. Okay, good. And 1 more big circle here. Good. And then go ahead and take your arms out. Separate your feet a little wider. You can turn your toes out slightly. You're going to take it to a squat. You're going to send your arms to the left. The right, hips to the left. And then back to center and left up. 1 more time. Other side. Hips to the right. Feel that stretch. Make sure your knee tracks above that foot, okay? So again, drop down into that squat, arms to the right, hips to the left. So it's a lateral movement, okay? No rotation, and back up, and back down, and here, reach, and then back. I think we need 1 more. Here we go, drop down. Arms to the right, hips to the left, and back and up and again, up and reach and back and lift up. Good. Take your leg and circle around through that hip, suck it, and again. Another side, and then reverse. Come from back and right and left, around and right and hold here. Go ahead and rotate through that ankle and reverse. A little balance challenge as well. And the other side. So circling around, opposite direction, and shake it on out. Good. Step to the top of your mat. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Feet are hip distance apart. We're going to check our squat. So knees track above your feet as you take it down. Spine is in neutral. Weight in your heels. Don't let your knees pass your feet. And inhale up and down. Okay, so knees track above your feet like so. Sitting back, shoulders down. Good. Okay, now next two, we're going to whip our arms down as we let out an exhalation on all that stress. Exhale. Shh. And inhale. Let's do two more, okay? So exhale. Shh. And inhale. Really let go this time. Exhale. Shh. And inhale. Good. Let's one dive down. So lengthen through your spine. Keep a nice neutral spine, back of the neck long. Soften your knees. Feel the stretch the backs of your legs, back of your neck as well. Bend your knees. Drop your hips down. And then go ahead and press your hips back so you get a bigger stretch to the backs of your legs. Okay, if you need to keep your knees bent, that's fine. And then take it down to a forward fold. Walk your feet back behind. Press back into a downward facing dog. You want to heel toe through your feet. Find that stretching pedal, driving that heel down. And then press forward into a nice strong plank on your knees. Okay, we're just going to warm the triceps up, keeping a neutral spine, shoulder blades apart. Just going to bend through your elbows down. Now try to make sure your head stays in line with your spine. Try not to drop your head or lift too high, in line with your spine. Okay, elbows close to your side so you target the back of your upper arms. 3 and 2 and 1. Belly onto the mat. Here, you're going to reach forward as you feel a nice stretch through your chest. Okay, so reach forward as you reach up. Keep your belly pulled in. Good. Nice cobra. And then go ahead and push back. Separate your knees and settle your torso between your knees. As you push through your hands in that seat back, it should feel really good. Nice big stretch here. And then go ahead and push forward. Bring your knees closer together, feet hip distance apart as you press back into another downward facing dog. Press through your hands, shoulder blades apart. Slight bend in your elbows. Press, and then back into that plank on your knees. Press your shoulders away and then feel your elbows close to your side so those triceps as you take it down. Inhale, cobra. Here, reaching forward as you reach up and then push back. Separate your knees and settle your torso back down. Press through your hands, really lengthen to your spine. Send that seat back, feel that stretch. And then take it up, tuck your toes in there, push back into a nice downward facing dog. We're going to do that one more time, that flow. This time, if you want, stay on your toes. At the bottom, if you want to hover, you can. So press forward, lower down. Try and keep your elbows above your wrist. Okay? Hover or belly on the mat, take it to cobra, or if you're ready for it, upward facing dog. Press through your hands, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale. Let's push back into a downward facing dog. So meet up here. Driving your heels into the mat, stretch. Ground your left up, kick your right leg back behind, and then swing it through. Place it between your hands. Lower your left knee, take your right arm and reach. Open up through that chest. You can allow that arm to reach back behind. Then swing that arm back around and reach forward. Feel that stretch. And then reach back behind, circling that arm. Nice big circle here, reach. And then back behind one more time. Here we go, reach. Feeling that hip flexor stretch as well. And then back around. Place your hands onto the mat. Left heel up off the mat as you kick that right leg nice and high. Press through your hands. Feel a nice stretch to the back of that left leg. Nice and strong through your arms. And then lower back down. Other side. Ground your right. Kick your left leg back behind. Drive that right heel into the mat. And then softly swing that left foot. Place it between your hands. Lower your right knee down. Take your left arm. Reach up to the ceiling. Open up through that chest. And then back around, swing out in front. Here, reach, lengthen. And then reach back around. And reach, lengthen. Right shoulder away from the ear. Try not to let it hike up. And back around. One more time. So really reach forward. Get that extension. Hip flexor stretch as well. And back around. hand onto the mat. Right heel stays up off the mat. Kick that left leg nice and high. Press through your hands. Really find that nice big stretch along the back of that right leg. Whew, and then lower down. Take it into that plank. Chaturanga here. Lower down on your belly or hover. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Push back. Drive your heels into the mat, heel, toe. And then lower onto your knees. Hands under your shoulders. Nice neutral spine to start. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Cat stretch. Tucking that tailbone under. And inhale. Take it into cow. Opening up through that chest. Exhale. Cat stretch. And inhale. Take it into cow. One more time. Cat stretch. Tucking that tailbone under. And inhale into cow. Back into neutral. Spinal balance. Right arm, left leg. Reach. Fingertips away from the toes. Feel the glute engage. Strong in that left shoulder. Lower down. Left arm, right leg. Nice spinal balance. Reaching the toe away from the fingertips. Here, nice and long. Strong in that shoulder and other side. Good. And then lower back down. Good. All right. From here, we're going to come on up. We're going to take that right foot out to the side. Okay, so out to the side. I'm going to turn so you can see me. So you're like so. Left leg directly behind, right leg out to the side. I want you to squeeze that gluteal. Okay, right arm to your inner thigh, left arm out in front. Now what we're going to do is we're going to really stretch out that inner thigh. So we're going to lean forward. Now if you need to put some padding under that left knee, go ahead. Totally understand. Okay, so here. And I want you to squeeze that gluteal to really open up through that hip. Good. And let's go again. So press against that inner thigh. Reach. Good. And let's do two more. So hinge, hinge, hinge. Good. One more time. Let's take it to that stretch. Really press against that inner thigh. Really opening through that hip. And then come on to center. Go ahead and swing that right leg back. Okay, sit back on your heels, or if you need to stay lifted, that's fine. You want to stay quiet in your hips. Place your hands behind your head, elbows wide. So we're going to feel a stretch in the left side to start. Here's how we're going to do it. We're going to rotate to the right here. Right elbow drops down as you lift that left elbow up. So feel that stretch in the side. And back to level, back to center. Two more times. Maybe going a little further to the right. Hips do not move. And lift up. Back to center here. One more time. Rotate to the right. Left elbow up, right elbow down. Back to level, back to center, other side. Rotate to the left. Left elbow down, right elbow up. Back to level, back to center. Two more times. Up and left. Back to level, back to center. One more time. Going a little further, drawing that left shoulder back. And lift up. Should feel really good. Back to level and here. Very nice. Good. Come on back up. Take your left leg out to the side now. Same thing on this side. Right leg back. Squeeze that left gluteal to get that opening. Feel the stretch. Left arm down, right arm up. And then we're just going to lean over into the left side. So here, opening up to the hip. So use that left arm to press. So if you want to, padding under that right knee for comfort. Okay. And again. Hinge, press, press, press. Good. Two more times. Let's go. Press. Really feel that stretch. Open up to that hip. Good. One more time. Go. Good. And come on back up. Good. Swing your legs around. Back into that quadruped. Tuck your toes under. Push back into a downward facing dog. Drive those heels down into the mat. You lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Look up at your hands. Feel a nice stretch through the Achilles tendon here. Okay, driving those heels back as you lift your heels up. Nice and strong through your upper body. And then we're going to push forward into a plank here. You can drop to your knees if you want to. We're going to take it down into a push-up. So down and then lift up and then push back here. So we're alternating between this Achilles tendon stretch plank. Nice neutral spine, core is engaged. You can drop to your knees if you want to. And a push-up, tricep push-up, so elbows close to your sides. And then back. Okay, so that's one version. Next version is from here. Take it straight into the bottom of a push-up and then push back. Feel that stretch. Okay, so this is optional, of course. Here. And and then back. We're going to do 3 more. So whatever you've chosen, your modification or this version, it's completely up to you. 2 more. I want you to think about proper form though, no form breaks. And last one. And then push back into the Achilles tendon stretch. Going to straighten your knees, drive those heels down. You can stretch whatever you need to, side to side. Then back onto your toes. Bend your knees, look up at your hands, either walk or hop your feet to your hands. Inhale, monkey, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Nice stretch the backs of your legs. And rise up, core is engaged, all the way up into standing. And then place your hands into prayer. Legs together and squeeze here. Okay, so you're here. Knees are squeezed, legs are squeezing together. Get those inner thighs to contract. Spine is in neutral, weight in your heels. And just hold. I want you to press your hands together just a little bit. Okay, so, or maybe a lot. You want to feel the shoulders, upper back engage. You're going to take it to a little rotation. So take a breath, inhale, exhale, rotate to the right. Keep your spine in neutral. And inhale, exhale, rotate to the right, left, other side. Still pressing your hands together. One more time, one more set. Check that your weight is still in your heels. And back, squeezing those legs together. Knees are not shearing to the left. And back to center hold here. Come up for a little release. And then back into that chair here. We're going to work our balance. So I'm going to take the left lower leg and lift up. So we're balancing with that right foot on the mat, still squeezing the thighs together. Okay, this is option 1, pressing your hands together. Option 2 is to hinge forward just a little bit more and take that left leg back behind. Squeeze that gluteal as you do so. Okay, option 3 is to start to hinge a little bit more, maybe getting to horizontal all the way, and just hold. I want you to really think about squeezing that left butt cheek if that leg is lifted, and hold. Back of the neck is long, pressing your hands together. Hold, hold for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come out of it with control. Squeeze those legs together, lower that left leg down. I'm going to go right into the other side. Okay, so lower right leg here or up off of the mat. This is option 1, holding in this position, pressing your hands together. Firm foundation with that left foot. Next variation is to extend that right leg back behind, engage that gluteal. And final option is to start to hinge a little bit more. You want to keep a nice straight horizontal line with your torso and that leg. And hold. Hips are level. Left ankle wobbling for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1 with control. Come on back down. Woo. Separate your feet about hip distance. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, hinge forward. Swan dive. And bend your knees as you take it down. Lengthen through your spine. Hands on your thighs. Lift your chest. Nice stretch the backs of your legs. Forward fold. Hands on the mat. Walk or hop your feet back behind into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Open up through your chest. And exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Drive your heels into the mat. You can heel toe through your feet. Press through your hands. Walk your feet together. Glue your legs together. Lift up on your toes. Bend your knees. Send your seat back. So really lengthen through your spine. Swing your knees to the left. Hips to the right. So you find a nice stretch to the left side of your torso. So really actively press through your hands as you do this. And then back to center. Legs together. Heels left. Bend your knees. Press through your hands. Lengthen through your spine. Swing your knees to the right. Hips to the left. And press, press, press. Woo. And then back to center here. Drive your heels down. Another stretch for the hamstrings. Legs still together. We're going to take it down into a quadruped, but we're going to just let our knees hover above the mat. If you need to scoot your hands in a little bit more, go ahead. So your knees are just hovering above the mat. I want you to really think about squeezing your legs together as you hold. Okay, so get those inner thighs to fire. Pelvic floor muscles. That helps to engage the core. Hold. Okay, back of the neck long. Okay, try not to sink down or lift. Back of the neck long, shoulders away from the ears, slight bend in your elbows. Good. If you need to lower the knees down for a little break, that's cool, perfectly fine. You're going to hold it wherever you're at for 8, and 7, and 6. Go 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Knees down. Place your left forearm on the mat. Go ahead and swivel your legs around. Arms up to the right arm up to the ceiling. Okay, so our side plank, you want to stay firm in that left waist. Okay, if you want to, right arm out, sorry, right leg, left leg back behind, so straighten the knees, nice, neutral spine. Okay, try not to let the head fall. In line with your spine. If you want, take that right leg and lift into that star. Okay, strong, good, good. Feel a little shake, start to sit in. 10, and 9, go 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Lower it down. Take your right forearm. You're going to put it in back of the left forearm and hold. In this plank, legs are squeezing together. You can drop to your knees if you want to, and just hold. Okay, hold. Now, from here, if you want to, take your right knee, right knee, and tap. Here, okay, that's completely optional. You can hold it with your knees down. You can hold it with your knees straight, or you can add this tapping of the knees. Another option, both knees tap down and lift, tap down and lift. Hey, 10 more seconds. Whatever you've chosen. Shoulders away from the ears, back of the neck long, shoulder blades apart. Good, 5 more seconds. Belly nice and strong. Support that lower back. And 2, and 1. Here, hey, now get a pivot over to the other side on your knees, like so, or with straight legs. Here, just hold, or here in that star, nice and strong. Make sure that shoulder is above that elbow. Counting down for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, you can do it, 3, and 2, and 1, and come on back down into that forward plank. Separate your hands, stay on your forearms, so your forearms are parallel, and then send your seat up to the ceiling. If you need to angle your forearms out of parallel, that's fine too. Okay, so whatever feels good for your anatomy. Pressing back, driving those heels down, feeling a nice stretch through your calves, Achilles tendon as well. Good. And then lower onto your knees. Good. You're going to flip over onto your side, left side for me. Extend your left arm long, right hand in front of your belly. I want you to take your feet, flex them, create a little stand with that left foot. Okay, so your toes are on the mat, heels are lifted, heels are touching together. Now take that top leg, lower down that right leg, and then lift up, keeping your hips vertically aligned. Just going to lower down and think about squeezing that gluteal here. Down and squeeze. I want you to think about pressing those heels together as you work this. And down at the top, squeeze. Find a little pause here, really contract before you take it back down. Good. And up, squeeze. So at the top, I want you to really seal it in with an extra squeeze. Good. And down. And lift, squeeze. Good. And down. Staying strong in that bottom foot, so it's stabilizing there. Down. And lift. Good. And down. And lift. One more time. Down. Now hold that left. Hold that left. Okay. That right quad stays quiet. You're going to take that lower right leg and you're just going to kick out. So your thighs are still lined up. Angle your toes down. Tap down and lift. Down and lift. Good. Your thighs are still aligned. Just tapping down and lift. Think about squeezing as you lift. Good. Down and lift. Nice. Down and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift and hold, and get to a little pulse. Now think about that bottom waist, that left waist. It's staying toned, okay? So you're not just collapsing on that left side. You're keeping some tone there, good. And bouncing that right leg up, toes angled down toward the mat, good. If you want, you can free that right arm up to the ceiling, but keep your hips vertically aligned, good. Up and up and up, up. Good. Woo! You got 15 and 14 and 13 and 12, 11 and 10 and 9 and 8, 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1, and release. Good. Go ahead and massage that gluteal. Nice work. Okay. Take that right foot in front. Take your left leg and extend it back behind. Okay, so we're going to work the inner thigh. So I want you to parallel that left leg, that left foot. And I'm just going to lift and lift and lift and lift. Good. So just lifting up toward the ceiling, up and up. Good. Up and up. And try not to let that right knee collapse in. Good. And up and up and up. Maybe going a little faster. Inner thigh. Up, 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 up. Quiet in the rest of your body. Good. Up, 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 up for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Nice. Good. Whew. Go ahead and roll over onto your back. Arms down by your side. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale into a bridge. Spine stays in neutral. Okay, so we're not rolling through our spine. We're lifting in neutral up. And then back down. And again, press up. And then back down. Good. Press up. And back down. One more time. Press up. And lower back down. Walk your legs together. Okay, we're squeezing those inner thighs. And again, up. And down. That space between your hip bone and the bottom of your ribs stay the same. Spine stays in neutral. And up. Squeezing those gluteals, squeezing those hamstrings. Up. And down. Let's take it up. And down. Now hold it here. Drop it down 2 inches. Squeeze everything. Inner thighs. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze those hams. Okay, now lower right leg kicks out. Just the lower right leg. Without letting your hips sag. You're just holding. Good. You can take your arms up to the ceiling if you want. You're just holding here. Squeezing those inner thighs together. Now if you want to add another layer, take your arms and scissor. Without letting your hips move. Good. Good. Woo! Feel the fire in that left gluteal hamstring. Good. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Lower that right leg. Lower your spine onto the mat. Reset. Squeeze your legs together. Spine is in neutral as you press up and down and lift up and down. Now really aim for that neutral spine. Okay, that slight arch in that lumbar spine. So no flexion in the spine. You're keeping it in neutral. And down. Lift up and hold. Drop 2 inches. Check for neutral. Okay, that little arch. Stay in neutral. Squeeze your thighs together. Lower left leg kicks up and hold. Feel the power in that right gluteal, right hamstring. Okay, here. Plenty of work. Or arms up. Scissor. Shoulders stay away from the ears. The rest of your body stable and quiet. Squeeze those inner thighs. Check that your spine is in neutral. Your belly is pulled in. Your core is engaged. Okay, if you feel any sharp pain, I want you to back off. Okay, so here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze 2 and 1. Lower down and sit all your spine onto the mat. Good. Roll over onto your side. Swing your legs over to the other side. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, all the way down. Knees bent. You want to create a little stand with that right foot. Okay, hips are vertically aligned. Press your heels together. Lower down and lift. And down. Squeeze that glute. And down. And lift. Good. And down. Squeeze. Down. And squeeze. And down. Nice work. Good. Down. And lift. Down. And lift. Press those heels together a little more firmly if you can. And down. Squeeze here. Good. Down. And squeeze. One more. Down. And squeeze. We're going to hold here. Check that. That bottom stand is staying stable, not collapsing. Staying lifted. Heels are pressing together to start. Okay. Good. Lower left leg without moving that thigh. Going to kick out here. Good. Angle your toes down. Nice. And then tap down and lift. Good. Down and lift. Beautiful. Down and lift. Good. Thighs are staying aligned. Nice and stable with your upper body. Not collapsing, not resting. Good. And down. And squeeze. Nice. Woo. Down and lift. One more. Down and lift and hold. Let's take it to a little pulse. And pulse. And pulse. Really warming here. Up. 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 Good. Squeeze. And squeeze. And squeeze. We're going to go for a countdown. Today is 15, 15, 14, and 13, and 12, 11, and 10, and 9, and 8, 7, and 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. lower it down. Extend your right leg. Left leg crosses in front. Flex that right foot in parallel. Take it up and down. Lift it up and down. Good job. Up and down. Inner thigh. Squeezing up and down. Nice. If you want to, float that left arm up to the ceiling. Stay toned in that bottom waist. Okay, good. And up. Try not to let that left knee fall down. Keep it nice and engaged and down. And if you want, little pulse and pulse. Warming that inner thigh. Good, 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 good. Here we go. Our countdown starts from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, and 10, and 9, and 8, 7. Hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Lower down. Good. Woo. Roll over onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Go ahead. Draw some circles with your knees. Woo. And then reverse the direction. So circling around. Gonna take your legs up to the ceiling. You can take it into a straddle. Wiggle whatever you need to do. Good. And then feet back onto the mat. Like so. All right. So we're going to take it into some abs. So feet are about hip distance apart. Take your shoulders down away from your ears, arms overhead. Take a breath, inhale, then exhale. You're going to curl up. And inhale, lower back down. Good. And exhale, curl up. And inhale, lower back down. Again, lifting straight up and down. Right here and down. Again here and down. Now we're going to reach to the right side. So we're going to get a little rotation up to the right and then back down. Now reach to the left. So curling up to the left, rotating to the left and then back down. So alternating here. See if you can get a little more rotation. So get those obliques and down to the right here. Good. And down and to the left here. And down. And one more set to the right and to the left. And we're going to return back to center. This time we're going to lift and hold. So reaching up, holding here. Okay, so reaching between your legs. Now, take your right leg lift. Left leg lifts. Right leg lifts. Try not to strain in your neck. Okay, now if you want, both legs lift and down and lift and down. Okay, so either hold your legs up here or keep them down. You're going to place your hands to your inner thighs and you're going to press out with your hands, in with your legs. So here or here, just pressing out. Okay, just holding an isometric contraction as you press out against your inner thighs, in with your legs, and curling up, working the rectus abdominis muscles. Okay, just holding here, nice and statically for 15, 14, going to go a little faster, 13, and 12, 11, and 10, and 9, and 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and lower down. Good. Woo! Arms overhead. Place your hands under your head. Cradle your hands with your head with your upper arms. Okay. Take a breath, inhale, and then you're just gonna lift up off the mat, not too high, and down. So giving your neck a little bit of a break, but adding a bigger lever with your torso by extending your arms. So just curling up and down and up and down. 4 more and down. Last 3, curling up and lowering down. Last 2, taking it up and down. Last 1, curling up and down and release. Shake your arms out, roll over onto your side. You're going to push yourself up to seated. Cross your lower legs, place your hands onto the mat. Then I'll walk or hop your feet back behind into downward facing dog once again. So use this to stretch out the backs of the legs. Lengthen through your spine. If you need to stretch one side or the other a little bit more, go ahead. A little breather. Press, press, press as you breathe. All right. Take it into a plank. On your knees or your toes. Chaturanga, so lower down, elbows close to your sides. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. On the way back, if you want to throw in 3 push-ups. Let's go. 3 and 2 and 1. Press back, downward facing dog. Here. Dragging your heels into the mat. Lift up onto your toes. Bend your knees, look up your hands. Either walk or hop your feet to your hands up. Inhale, monkey, lift your chest. Exhale, forward fold. Stretch the backs of your legs, your spine. Inhale, lift all the way up to standing. Bring your arms down, circle your shoulders back around. You're gonna take your left leg and extend back behind into a high lunge, okay? So way back here, drive that left heel back so you feel a stretch through that heel, hip flexor stretch as well, okay? Make fists with your hands, arms back behind. Strong in your shoulders. We're gonna launch forward as we curl, then bicep curl here, knee to the chest, nice and upright through your torso. And then go ahead and reach back and up, bicep curl. Now as you bicep curl, feel the resistance, and step back, and up, and step back. Now, if you want to take it to a little cardio, back and up a little faster. Okay, so work at your own pace. Hup. I'm going to count down for 5 more. Do as many as you can in those 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold here. Okay, now we're going to extend our arms back as we take it to a balance, maybe here, maybe all the way over. You do you. Wherever you feel challenged, but not where you feel like you're compromising your form. Feel the strength in that gluteal. Squeezing that left glute as well. Holding strong. Back of the neck. Long spine is in neutral. Belly is in for 3, 2, and 1. Rise up. Good. Other side. Step back with that right foot into that high lunge. Pressing that leg back. Opening up to that hip. Make sure that knee is tracking above that left foot. Starting off over that heel. And hold. Arms back, strong shoulders, fists with your hands. Here, launch up. Here, and then step back, and then launch up. Then resist as you bicep curl, and resist, and back, and resist, and step back, and resist. Okay, go slowly, or if you want, hip, a repeater, hip, and curl. And curl. Make sure that left knee is tracking above that left foot. And here, counting down for 5. Do as many as you can. 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Hold into that warrior 3. So hinging, holding, strong. Slight bend in that left knee. Squeezing both gluteals. Shoulders away from the ears. Strong in the arms. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Come on back to center. Cross your arms, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Woo. Bend your knees, hang down. Hands on your thighs, lengthen through your spine. Stretch the backs of your legs. Forward fold, walk or hop your feet back behind. Top of a push-up here. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Lower into your knees, onto your forearms. You're going to extend your right leg out, behind. Okay, so here, you're going to lift up, engage that gluteal on the right side, hips stay level. Take your right knee, you're going to bring it over to the outer lower left leg. Now, if this is too much for your knee, you want to place some padding under that knee, go right ahead. Okay, so here, now you're going to take that leg, you're going to kick out to the side. Okay, back behind, I'm going to turn so you can see me. So to the left of that lower leg, sinking back a little glute stretch, and then kick that leg to the side. And down, and then over to the side. Try to draw that right leg toward that right shoulder. Here. And then back down, sinking, and sit back to get that glute stretch, and then over to the side, pull, 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 and then down, and then over to the side, pull in here. Good, and back here, and sit back, and over to the side, pull. Good, 2 more, down, and then pull over to the side. 1 more, down, and then pull over to the side here, and then come on back down, and then come on up. We're gonna do a little stretch before we do the other side. So I'm gonna turn so you can see me. Extend your right leg back out, okay? So arms out in front. Now you're gonna just sink back like so to find a stretch. I'll show you a different angle here. Just sitting back here, and then back I want you to feel that inner thigh stretch. Now, if you're not feeling that, if you're flexible, you can walk that left leg out a little bit, increasing the angle in that left hip. So here, and sinking back, inner thigh stretch. And again, if you need padding for that left knee, go ahead. And then back. Let's do 2 more. Okay, so really find that stretch in that inner thigh. And then back 1 more time. Let's go. And then back over to the other side. Okay, so back into that quadruped on your forearms. Take that left leg, you extend, feel that glute on the left side engage. Bring that knee to the outside of that right leg, lower right leg here. So crossing, like you're doing, kind of doing eagle. Sit back, and then kick that left leg out to the side. And then sit back here, sit back, and then kick that leg out to the side. I'm going to turn so you can see me a little bit better here. Kick that leg out to the side, contract, and then sink back down, and then over to the side, and again, back down, and kick over to the side 1 more time. Go ahead, sink down, kick that leg, try and draw that leg toward that left shoulder a little bit more here, and then lower back down, come on up, take that left leg out to the side, arms out, and have a seat back, and up, and stretch back, and if you want to, just like the other side, you can walk that right knee out a little bit more, and find that inner thigh stretch, and back up, and then hinge back, and again, let's do 2 more, and 1 more time, hinge back, and then back up, good, walk your legs together. Now I'm going to take that right leg out again. Hands to the back of the head. I'm just going to lean over to the left. So get a lateral flexion here. To the side and back up. Okay, 1 more time. Okay, now I'm going to take that left arm. I'm going to reach over that right side. A couple options. You can take that reach and reach back to the back corner. Okay, so I'm going to turn so you can see me. So instead of reaching just directly over to the side, reach to the back corner there. Another option is to take that right hand and reach to the right heel. You can even touch if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to turn so you can see me. So either directly to the side, reaching to the back corner, or you can reach back onto that left heel, sorry. And come on out of it. Okay. So you're going to place your right hand down, take your left arm, and reach under that right armpit. You can grab onto that right thigh, right shin, or that ankle. You take it to a twist. And then come on back up, other side. Left leg out, hands behind the head. You can press your head to the back of your hands, and then lean over to the right. So lateral flexion here. Working the quadratus, working the obliques. Good. And again, lean over. And back 1 more time. Here. And reach over that left leg here. Or reach to the back corner. Or take that left arm and reach to that right heel. Again, if you need padding for that right knee, I totally get it. You can feel it. So right here. Good. Getting a nice stretch. 3 and 2 and 1. Come on up. Left hand down, right arm weaves under that left. You can hold here. You can grab onto that thigh, the shin, or the ankle. Taking it to a twist, leveraging. Like the stretch along the back. Keep your shoulder blades apart, shoulders away from the ears. And then come on up. Good. Woo. And have a seat. Very nice. Take your shoulders, rotate them around. Take your fingertips to your shoulders and circle around. Then go in the opposite direction. Good. Take your hands, your wrists, and rotate them around as you bring your arms up above. Good. And then come on back down. Okay, then rotate the opposite direction. It'll feel a little clunky, maybe. Coming all the way up. And then reverse Come on back down. Good. If you want to cross your legs, crisscross, whatever feels good. Drop your left shoulder, head to your right. Little nod with your head. Good. Angle your chin down. And up. Feel the stretch in your neck. And out. Your chin down. And up. Back to level. Head to your left shoulder. Reach your right arm down, right shoulder down. Little nod. Angle your chin down. And up. Getting any tightness in the neck to stretch. And up. Back to the center here. Interlace your fingers behind. Go and stretch back. Open up through that chest. Bring your right arm across. Pull it in with your left. Get that stretch in that shoulder. Other side. Stretching that other shoulder. And back. Take your legs out in front into a nice butterfly. Okay, place your hands behind. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Hands behind you. Fingers point out at an angle. Okay, you're going to press your knees open as you lift your chest. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Get that nice chest opening. And then release. And again, press your knees out, inner thighs stretch as you open up through your chest. And then release. One more time. Drive those knees out. Open up through your chest. Pinch your shoulder blades together. Press to your arms. And then release. Come back to center. Extend your legs out. Hinge forward. Stretch out those hamstrings. I'm going to try and keep a neutral spine. So stay nice and long in your spine. Try not to flex in that spine. Good. Okay. You're going to take your legs into a 90-90 bend. So 90-degree bend in that right knee, left knee, as you lean over to the right. Hey, try not to torque that knee as you work this. Just hinge forward over that right thigh. I'm going to try and find a stretch in that right glute. Okay, that right glute on that right butt cheek. Lengthen through your spine as you do this and explore. Good. Come on up, 90-90 other side. There. And explore that left gluteal. Back around. Rotate the shoulders a couple more times, whatever you need to do. Get a side stretch. Another side. And you got one more thing. And extend your right leg out. Bend to your left knee. Place your right hand out away from that right hip. Okay. And take that left arm and going to swing as you lift your hips up. Go as high as you feel comfortable. You want to stay strong in that right shoulder though. And just hold wherever you're at. I'm going to turn so you can see it from a different angle here. And then lower down. Let's do the other side. So right knee bends, left leg extends, left arm here. Sway and lift. Maybe it's here for today. Maybe it's a little lower. Maybe it's a little higher. Maybe it's all the way. Whatever feels good. Strong with that left shoulder though. Okay, never collapse. And then come on down. Good job. Shake it out. Whew. Good. Shake out your arms. Rotate your shoulders. Circle your head. Whatever you need to do. Nice and grounded here. I'm going to finish off with our 2 breaths as we always do. First exhalation. Send anything you don't need out of your body. Just let it go. Okay. Refill. Hang on to what you need. What's good. What's positive. What's inspiring. Whatever will serve you. Here we go. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, let it out. If you can, an audible sigh. Exhale. Shh. And shake it all out. Cathartic. Okay. Inhale. Refill. Gather, gather, gather. Place your hands together and slowly bring your hands to heart center. Grounding yourself here, centering. Feeling restored. We say namaste. And back up. Excellent work. Good job. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.